And we are back, folks. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the technical difficulties. It's no one's fault. It's just technology. So, let me reintroduce my guest. Uh, he is the New York State champion of Victory Pro Wrestling. The big, let me do it again, Boofa! Dezmond Cole. Dezmond, we are back. Hopefully everything is fixed. And we are ready. There's probably going to be some people who watched the part 2 and not the part 1 because of technical difficulties, so I had to reintroduce you again.
Nah, it's all good.
Alright, so I think where we left off, did we answer the question? Did you answer the question about the tag team?
Oh,
About
yeah.
transitioning?
Bunch of different tag team partners. I tagged with Bryce Donovan. I tagged with a guy named Wavy Tony. I've tagged with, I don't know. Yeah, I've tagged with like so many. I'm trying to remember.
You've had a lot of tag team
Yeah.
teams, so you're probably not going to remember all of them, but you could probably remember some. So yeah, I wanted to know, what was it like transitioning from a tag team wrestler to a singles competitor?
Well, I always wanted to be a singles competitor. No disrespect to when I was even teaming, but I always was just telling myself that I know I can be a singles competitor. Like I just know I can, but when I tried to, I wasn't as ready as I thought. So then I learned more and more being in a tag team, and then once I was able to shine again and get the opportunity, I was more than ready.
Yeah, and you shined, and as time told, you are shining brighter than ever. Whereas the New York State champion, you challenged for the New York State Championship a few months last year. You participated in a lot of singles matches, and you made your name. You made a name for yourself in Victory Pro Wrestling. To the point where you made so much of a name of yourself, people wanted to see you with a championship. And that's where the New York State Championship came in, and everybody was really happy. You heard the crowd once you won the New York State Championship. Everybody knew you were the guy. You were the next generation of superstars of Victory Pro Wrestling. You had, VSK, Eric James, Tibbs, Kevin Fulton. They were at the beginning. You, Percy Ryan, Johnny Collins, Dante Drago. You guys are the next generation. So representing the next generation, I think, especially at the head of you're basically at the top of that next generation. That should be pretty good for you. That should make you feel good.
It does. Thank you.
So you almost are like one of the leaders of the locker room almost.
Oh well. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I try my best.
You're there. I think you're there. You made a name for yourself. You're a champion, so you're one of the leaders in the locker room.
Thank you.
You've been there for a while. You've been in the locker room for a while. I think it's that time for you to be one of the top guys in the locker room.
Bear with me. It's hard for me to take compliments at times.
No, it's fine. I same here. I sometimes don't even know if I get complimented or not. I'm like, okay. So the next question, this might be a little funny question, but you do some dances in the ring. You do you kick your leg up sometimes. You do you do a lot of cool dances, especially in your entrance. You do the little dance on your way to the ring. You do once you get in the ring, you do a little dance. So I want to know, how did you learn those dance moves?
I was a competitive hip hop and break dancer for 10 years.
Oh, that explains.
Yeah, so I did that for a very long time. Traveled, competed. Yeah, and I idolized Michael Jackson, Jabberwockies, all groups like that, and yeah, so that's where I learned all that stuff from, and just having fun. Really, like I get myself in the zone when I do that.
Now you mentioned Michael Jackson. Do you know how to moonwalk?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever thought about doing a moonwalk DDT?
Who knows? I've seen a guy do that already. So I always want to be as unique as I can be and try to do other things that other people aren't doing.
Yeah. No, I
Who knows?
understand. I understand.
Maybe I'll bust it out. Maybe like a moonwalk, moonsault.
I think that would get a pop. King of
Maybe.
pop. A king of pop.
I like that. I like that.
I realized once I said it. Oh, I gotta make the joke. um, but no, I think it would be cool. I think definitely you put those dance moves to work with some wrestling moves. You do some wrestling moves that involve your dance, and I think doing those hip hop actually like your athleticism. Jumping and doing all these ducking. And I think that comes into play.
Yes,
Especially your I still don't know how you get your leg up all the way high like that with just one hand. Like
oh yeah, I
it's impressive as anything. Like
know.
that's like a super kick at its own. Um. All right. So this question we were mentioning before. With you facing Eric James, you faced Eric James before your encounter last year for the New York State Championship. You wrestled him, I think, in 2019. If I mistake me if I'm wrong, it's either 2019 or 2018. I looked briefly at the date.
Think it was 2019.
Yeah, I was thinking it was 2019. I know I was blanking for a moment. Yeah, I even have it right here. Why am I even thinking? I wrote 2019. See that? There you go. I don't even recognize if I write something down or not. So you faced Eric James in 2019 for the New York State Championship, but at that time you were not the Big Boofa. You were the notorious Dezmond Cole.
Ew.
I want to know, and this is probably an obvious answer, but do you feel any difference when you faced him as the notorious Dezmond Cole from now that you were the Big Boofa?
Yes, yeah, I do. I was miles ahead. I faced him the second time. I knew who I was. I had an identity now, and honestly, like I don't think like as much respect as I had for Eric, me personally, even in this business, I think I am one of the most unique people, and I think it's very hard to predict me, and that is like, and no egotistical shit, like that is as humble as I can be. I truly believe deep down that I'm one of the most unique individuals, and it is very very hard to prepare for like a guy like me. So I think, no disrespect to Eric, but I don't think he had any thought in his mind the thing that I was going to pull out in the second match, because it was nothing like the first.
I 100% agree. I 100% agree. I think Eric James, again, no disrespect, like you said, no disrespect to Eric, but I do think Eric James, because he remembered the first encounter, he thought it was just the same Dezmond Cole, just a new nickname, a new attire, a little bit older, but he thought it was probably going to be the same, but you've grown, you made a name for yourself, and it wasn't just a random match. Like, you earned your way to that match the second time, and you won it. I think you really surprised Eric, and I think everybody knew that it was your time. That you developed in the ring so much that I think it would surprise everybody that you face. That no one will know what is next. No one will know what your next move is, because you have such a creative arsenal of moves that you don't know what to do. You almost had Eric tricked, and And I still think you versus Eric, the second encounter, was one of the best matches last year. One of the best I've seen in Victory Pro Wrestling, if I'm going to go a step further. Great 20 to 30 minute match between you and Eric. Back and forth, great moves. Everybody was in the match. Nobody was like, I don't like this match. Everybody was in it. And everybody knew that this is not the notorious Dezmond Cole. This is the big Buffa. This is going to be a fight. This is going to, I think Dezmond Cole is going to win. And no offense to 2019 Dezmond Cole, but I think
I would
people
beat his ass. I would dog walk that man. So
but no offense to Dezmond Cole in 2019, but I think everybody was thinking, oh, Eric's going to win. Everybody was like, Eric's going to win this match. 2021, everybody was like,
I think it was this year.
This year? Am I
Yeah,
mistaken?
I think it was.
I'm wrong. Wow, yes, I'm wrong. Why am I thinking? Because you were injured last year. You got injured near the end. Yeah, you're right. 2022. Why am I thinking 2021? I must have been thinking something else.
I think I won the title from Eric in March.
Yeah, that sounds. You won it near the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won it near the beginning of the year. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking 2021, but again, I think in 2022, more people, and I mean more people, were saying Dezmond's gonna win, not Eric. People changed sides, and that was a great thing for you. It was, and because everybody, you could see how many people are on your side. How many people were on your side on that night, and who are still on your side to this day?
I don't know. I use that as fuel because these people I appreciate the love they give me. It really does mean a lot to me. I wasn't used to all of it, and out of nowhere, it just came about, and the support, I feel it. It's like electricity.
Well, again, you are one of the most entertaining superstars in that ring. In crowd participation, everybody participates in that crowd participation. When you say Buffa, people chant back Buffa. It's again, the progression is there, and I want to say congrats to you, and I'm glad that I got to see the road to where you're at right now. And I hope that road continues to the Victory Pro Wrestling Championship. This is just a stop. This is just not a barrier, not an obstacle, but just a break. Just a little break. But I'm sure if you lose that championship, you're gonna go right to where whoever's the Victory Pro Wrestling Champion, you're gonna go right up to their door and you're gonna say, you're gonna knock on the door, they're gonna answer, and you're gonna say, I challenge you for the championship. And I think you made so much of a name of yourself that people will say, I think Dezmond's gonna win. Because again, in 2019, if you were in a VPW championship, I would say people would think that the champion would win.
Of course.
Again, no offense.
No,
but I'm just
no offense taken. That's not who I am.
But now, I think, and I would say I would want Dezmond Cole as a champ. I would love if Dezmond Cole was a champion. If he was the face of Victory Pro Wrestling. What would your reaction be? And this is just a separate question. If you won that VPW championship, would you consider yourself the face of Victory Pro Wrestling?
So here's, I mean, by logic, I think, because you're the VPW champion, but I don't know. I look at it differently. I look at wrestling as genres and stuff, and people, I feel like nowadays people do like attract to what they like the most, and I feel like our locker room is so diverse with personality that I think everyone in their own little way is collectively a face of BPW. Um, of course, holding the gold, like holding the big belt, is solidifying yourself as being looked at by everybody. But like I mean, look at Jack. You know what I mean? He's holding the BPW title. Everyone respects Jack. Everyone likes Jack. You also look at the new guys. As much as he rubs people the wrong way. Dante Drago, Mike Anthony. You got people buying their stuff and supporting them. So I don't know. It's hard to say being a face of VPW. It's there's a lot of variety.
I don't know how to respond to that. That was great. But no, but I, the way you say it, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
That makes a lot of sense. And
because in this business, you learn that not everyone is going to like you. Not everyone is going to hate you. So I mean, I've dealt with it. I've dealt with people not getting it, not liking it, not understanding, and that's not a problem. But at the end of the day, though, you will respect it. You know what I mean? You have to. And I don't know. That's just my take on wrestling in general. If you try really, 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 really hard to be liked, like your hardest, it needs to be organic. So people are gonna like you. People are gonna hate you. You know what I mean?
inspiration. That was inspirational right there. No, great words, Des. I think that was. It makes me more what I'm trying to think of how to say. It makes me more. It makes me realize more of how much of a great person you are. I think and at VPW, I love talking to you. You're one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my whole entire life. So I'm glad you say that, because that was just inspirational, and I think a lot of people could use some inspiration, especially if they're getting into the wrestling biz and they want to be like, oh, I want to be the face of the company. I think everybody should listen to what you just said right there.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me.
We gotta have like an inspiration moment with Dez. Gotta post that on YouTube just to separate. Here's the inspiration moment with Dezmond Cole. It's just that. Alright, so we're gonna move on. Before I keep going on and on with this. That's what I do. I tell people this sometimes, that I'm not even joking. My mom always says this, you keep going on and on with your sentences. You don't know when to stop. You don't know when to move on. So it's like I'm almost like I have to like literally say, okay, let's move on before we spend another 30 minutes just talking.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got the same problem, man. I'd be talking, and my girlfriend or my sister or someone just be like, come on.
Yeah, it's almost like my mom is always like, Ryan, shut up. It's just like... All right, so we're gonna get into what I call the picture round, where I'm gonna show you pictures of superstars, and I just want to get your thoughts on them. I want to get it could be one word, it could be a whole 10-minute speech about them.
Oh, well,
so
like we just said before, who knows?
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna put the pictures up on the screen. Here we go. This is a little blurry, but I think you can see who it is.
Lawrence Spiral. Good dude. Honestly, I don't really know what he's doing much like nowadays, but I know that me and him had a pretty tight knit bond, when we used to team together and stuff. So whatever he's doing right now, I hope he's happy and healthy. You know what I mean?
He's in a YouTube show called GTS Wrestling.
Oh, okay, okay.
He wrestles there. If you don't know who, do you know who Grimm's Toy Show is?
Yeah, I met Grim.
Oh, you have.
Yeah, I've met him before.
Lawrence Spiral. He wrestles on GTS. And Eris Spiral also wrestles on GTS. So I
Oh,
think they
okay.
moved away from Long Island and went to GTS
Yeah, they
Wrestling.
did. Yeah, they did. I
So,
know that.
and I hope one day they come back to VPW, even if it's just a
Yeah.
one event thing. Lawrence and Eris were I love seeing them in the ring. They were great. And I love seeing you two team up. I think you guys could have been VPW Tag Team Champions if you guys went further into the tag team.
Yeah, I think so too. Unfortunately, we never got the opportunity, and nowadays we're so opposite.
Yeah, you guys are far apart now. But again,
Yeah,
because you both progressed and you both have made a name for yourselves. Lawrence has made a name for himself on GTS. You made a name for yourself at VPW. I think one day we might see a reunion,
who
and you
knows,
guys could
man?
win the championships if you go out of the championships.
Who
I
knows?
think so. I think that would be a cool thing. Heck, I would love to see you guys face off for the New York State Championship. You're Lawrence, you guys I think could put on a great match. Might even be better than you versus Eric.
Oh wow, damn,
That's
dude.
I think that could happen. I would love to see that. But yeah, I would love to see that, and I would love to see a reunion one day.
Time
Uh,
will only tell, my friend.
Time will only tell. Well, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened with you. 2019. You try and make a name for yourself. Time told. You made a name for yourself. You're the champion. So again, like you said, time will tell. All right, here is the next superstar.
All right. Well, this, obviously people know me and him haven't really had the best relationship in VPW. Um, I think that's in the water now, me and Percy. I can't use my first match back. Um, I will say that he's my best friend. So he's a very good dude. He loses his head sometimes. And he needs someone to screw it back on, and that was me. I don't know. I know he doesn't get along the most with the fans, and I don't condone his practices with that. But I will say that me and him have came up together in this business, and we've known each other since middle school. And
Oh,
yeah, he
really?
is. He's like he's my best friend. So yeah.
No, I'm glad that. Mistake me if I'm wrong, but I believe you. Did you guys go to the same high school?
Yes, we did.
And I know you went to the. I know you went to my high school, so he went to the same high school. I would assume.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know.
interesting.
I think even same thing with him when he used to be person of the third. He changed for the complete better. And someone like him, all he needs is an opportunity, and that's a lot of people think that and a lot of people think that all over the place right now that he just needs an opportunity. And I don't know where his head is at. I watch what he does sometimes, and I don't really have explanations for him. I don't know why he doesn't like anybody, but
Well, I think you're still in his head. I think you're still.
I think so too. And hey, the slate's wiped pretty clean between on my end. I think I beat him in the lumberjack match,
Yeah,
and
he is not taking that loss well. I
no, he hasn't.
On the Beyond the Barricade, uh, with Papa Dank and Brandon Danker, he was getting asked questions about you, and
Really?
he was getting mad. He does not want to talk about you on the podcast, and he left the podcast early because I think he's still upset that he lost to you.
Well, hey man, climb the rankings and then see me again.
That's fair.
That's
that
all
is
I
that
gotta
is
say, man.
that is fair. He's got to rise to the rankings, get that number one contender. We might see a match between you guys again, first time ever.
New York State title match, first time ever.
First time ever. New York Dezmond Cole versus Percy Ryan, but for the New York State Championship. Alrighty, and here's the next superstar. Well, we just talked about him.
Dante. I think Dante is super, super talented. And I think if he just got his head out of the wrong, out of the wrong area and screwed it on tight, and I think he would be liked by more people. I don't know what his deal is. I know he's hungry for the New York State title, though. I know that, making videos and talking about me, and seems like I'm another person who's in his head. But I strongly believe Dante, is very underappreciated and has a lot of untapped potential. But again, hey, if me and him got a chance to go at it, we would blow the roof off the place.
I think so. There's so many wrestlers that I think could have a great match with you, and Dante's one of them.
Yeah, of course.
And this
Dante's
next guy,
so much.
I think can also have a great match with you, who has also called you out.
All right. Well,
I don't know why.
I'm gonna get pretty real on this one.
Oh, his everything good? Dez? Oh, great. Not again. And we have technical difficulties, folks, once again. Hello?
Sorry about that.
All right, no, you're good. You're good.
All right, where was I?
We were just getting to Johnny Collins. By the way, before you start, I do not know why I don't know why it's I don't know why it's not showing, but this picture is from Victory Pro Wrestling. Just want to make that clear.
Oh no, I see the picture.
No, I'm just saying in the top right it's supposed to say VPW. I don't know why it's not saying VPW. I just want to make that clear because I don't want to get in trouble for that.
So I'm gonna get as real as I can. I'm gonna get as real as I can about Johnny. I actually did used to, and this is like for real, okay? Like I actually did used to like him, and then like I don't know what happened, but like he got super egotistical, even in the back. So like, and this, I know it's gonna get real awkward because but yeah, he got super egotistical in the back, and he's even worse in the ring, in my opinion. This is a guy that I've had history with, and throughout my career at VPW, I've ran into him. When I teamed up years ago, my second match ever, I lost to him and Bryce. Then right before pandemic, he was still with the Even Stevens. I lost again, and then I'm back as this persona, and I don't know, Johnny's just, in my opinion, he fluked his way to the top, and that's it just pisses me off at the end of the day because I really did work hard. I worked so hard to get where I needed to be, and this guy, let's just be honest, I don't like to call people out like this, but he cheated, and no one called him on his bullshit when it came to the Gold Rush Rumble. Completely, I don't know, he completely cheated his way into a title match. And then did Coach dirty into winning the belt. So I don't know. I really have nothing I don't like him personally. So it's just crazy that he's asking for New York State title match where he can't even keep up with me. So I don't know.
Wow. Wow. Taking shots. Wow.
Sorry, it just
No,
frustrates me.
no.
Sorry.
This is the whole point of it. It's to get it's to just to see a picture of a superstar. Just want to get your thoughts on him. You're basically calling him out, as saying you're not the guy. You didn't work your way to the top.
No, I love this belt. And I have my hands on it. I'm gonna cherish this belt, and I'm definitely not letting this dude take this shit from me. Like it's not happening. Like, and the match is already set though. It's already happening. September 10th, we're gonna go at it, and I don't know. I want to see. I want to see what he's gonna bring to the table. Because I know he's been doing his homework, and I have been watching him every single show. So I just want to see what he's going to try and pull.
Well, speaking of trying to pull, Johnny Collins has the even Stevens. Dante Drago just has two new friends now. So
yeah,
when you face Johnny Collins and then when you face Dante Drago, they both have their couple of friends. So you kind of have a disadvantage here. It's almost like a 3-on-1. Do you feel any do you worry about that?
I worry about it in the aspect of I know I'm kind of going into this alone. I don't know. I have confidence in myself, and that's all you need at the end of the day is confidence and trust. And I strongly believe, no matter what, in this moment of my career, nobody can rip the title away from me. Then they can't pull it away from me. I worked too hard for it. You're literally, as cliche as it sounds, you're going to have to kill me. It's not gonna happen.
You're basically saying, if you want this belt off me, you gotta kill me.
Yeah.
Jeez. That just goes to show how hard it is to defeat you for that title.
Yeah.
It's gotta take a giant to defeat you. A 13 feet tall giant. It's so calling it you basically call out Johnny as a fluke. You think he's not earned his way to the top, that he jumped the gun. He jumped to the top. He pushed his way to the top while you were working your ass off to get there. And now Dante Drago, on the other hand, he's been working his way to the top. So, here's another question. Do you have more respect for Dante Drago because he's been working his way to the top, in your opinion?
Yes. I have way more respect for Dante. I have no respect for Johnny, so.
So, when it comes to September, you're gonna kick his ass.
Yep. Simple as you can put that.
Well, Johnny, you heard the champ. He wants to kick your ass in September. How are you gonna respond to that? We'll see sooner or later. Alrighty. So, and Brandon Danker says he hears Papa Dank is coming after the New York State title.
Oh, way to put your dad on the spot, dude.
Yeah. Do you have more respect for Papa Dank than Johnny?
Let's put it this way. I have more respect for Razzle Dazzle than I have for Johnny.
Oh jeez. Damn.
So, do with that information. I don't know, man.
Do you think Papa Dank could defeat you for the New York State title?
You know what? I think he may be the only one.
Wow. You said
I
no
think
one could take this title off you, but
no man. I forgot about Papa Dang. I think he
Papa
may
Tank.
he I don't know if I want to step in the ring with him.
So, but he unfortunately he's retired. He got injured by a grapefruit, so I don't think that match is ever gonna happen. So, um, so yeah, Brandon says Papa Tank is the chosen one. He's not Drew McIntyre. What are you talking about? Um, alrighty. So this is a surprise here. Usually on Dusting Off the Ropes, I have fan questions. And the surprising thing is, no one has asked you a question.
Mm.
Which is surprising. Nobody wants to ask the New York State champ a question. That is a first time ever on this podcast.
Wow.
So Dezmond, I want to know something to fill in this. Do you think the VPW fans are turning on your back? If they're not going to ask you a question. They did not. Do you feel like VPW fans are turning their back on you?
No, not at all. I mean, who knows? Maybe they're busy. Maybe things got in the way. I think I saw like one question get asked, but I don't know.
Where did you see that?
I think I saw it on Twitter or something.
I don't think anybody asked on Twitter. If there was somebody on Twitter, then hey, that's new. Oh, somebody did. Wow. That was just that was 55 minutes ago. That was probably when the technical difficulties were happening. So that was when the technical difficulties were happening. So I don't think that's when we started. So thank you for pointing me out on that. So we do have some questions, and we have another question. Brandon, we'll start with Brandon Danker. Brandon Danker asks, "How badly would you kick my butt in the ring?" Well, that's not an inappropriate question, Brandon.
What does this kid think I'm gonna do?
Yeah. All right. No. I'm changing the question. First time ever. I'm changing the question. How badly would you kick Brandon's butt in the ring? He wants to train at Create Pro.
Oh, really?
He's gonna start training soon. So he might be one of your challengers soon. How bad would you kick Brandon's butt in the ring?
Well, I'll go easy on Brandon. I'll go easy on Prince Dank.
Prince Dank. That's a good name. Brandon, take notes. So you would go easy. I can flip the script, Brandon. It's my show. It's my show. It's my show. No, so you would go easy on him. But again, especially if he's going after the New York State Championship, you said no one can take the title off you except for Papa Dank. But Brandon Danker is Papa Dank's son. Do you think he could take the title off you?
Nah.
No. Well, Brandon says he doesn't take the easy road, so watch out for him. Watch out for him. He's looking like he's gonna be the next top star soon of Long Island.
I'm excited to see what he does.
I'm excited too. I'm actually excited. For real. I'm excited. Ciara, CJ Stark on Twitter, and thank you for pointing me out on this, or I would have missed it. I think the reason also because for some reason Twitter did it because on the home screen usually says when I have a notification, it did not show a notification.
Oh,
so
really?
that's probably why I just skipped Twitter because I was like, if there's somebody asked a question, I would see the one with the red circle. Ciara asks, who's an opponent that you work really well with in the ring?
I mean, this one's really hard. A lot of people I've worked with, I can name off that I work so well with. It's almost hard to say one. So I don't know what to do. I think me and Eric work amazing together. I don't know if you're familiar, but me and Gabriel Sky work really good together.
I don't think I've seen
Me
him.
and Aaron work really good together.
Aaron Rourke. Yeah, he's Aaron Rourke is becoming that wrestler that he's like the belt collector.
Yeah.
He's been collecting belts. He's been collecting championships. So he might come after your championship and put another belt in his inventory.
I would love for him
in his
to
arsenal.
VPW. I would love to wrestle him for VPW.
He has not appeared in VPW since last year.
Yeah.
So maybe if he returns, he might go after the New York State Championship. Who knows?
Oh, door's wide open for anybody.
The door is wide open. Not the forbidden door. Just a door. All right. So I'm glad there was fan questions because I really love asking fan questions because I want to see. And dudes at ringside are here. Great. Dudes at ringside, by the way, we were asking fan questions. If you have any questions, ask in the chat. We're gonna move on to the last section of this episode, where it's trivia time. It is trivia time. I mentioned this before the interview, but I'll explain it again for those who have not seen trivia. Or, well, basically everybody in chat has seen trivia, but I'll explain it again. For trivia on Dusting Off the Ropes, I asked 5 questions, ranking from easiest to hardest. And basically, it's not really a competition, but I like to keep score. Now I've had so many guests on this. I've had 7 guests where I'm forgetting the score, but I do remember there's been one episode where somebody's got 5 correct, and that was the Even Stevens episode.
Oof.
But there has been no episode where a single guest has been has gotten all 5 correct.
I'm fuzzy on trivia, so hopefully I'm good right now.
Well, most of these are actually about you. That's what's cool about the trivia. Yeah. But, again, awesome. Easy to hardest. We have 4 questions about you, 1 question about WWE.
Okay.
So we're gonna get started. By the way, Dr. Cool almost was the first superstar to get 5 correct as the only one. Like, just 1 guess instead of 2, because Even Stevens were 2. He got 4 and then stumbled on the 5th question that he got pissed about. Here we go. So again, this is the easiest question. So you'll probably get this in a few seconds. In 2021, you got injured. You were sidelined for a good few months. You came back attacking which superstar in the ring?
It's easy. Percy Ryan.
That is correct. I said it was easy. All right, so you are 1 for 5, but we still have 4 more questions to go. So you could be 5 for 5. You're still on the road for 5 for 5. And I did say the dudes at ringside they want to ask a question. So let's get to another fan question. As they're coming in, dudes at ringside asks, "Who's someone on the Indies you haven't faced yet?" And I would assume who you would like to face.
There's a lot of people, man. Jordan Oliver, ACH. Davey Richards. Nothing. I would like to face Ken Broadway in 1-on-1. I faced him in a triple threat recently. Who else? And it didn't get to happen, but hopefully I can manifest it again because, I would love to get my chance to actually face JD Drake.
Drake.
There's so many people. There's so many.
That's a good. Dudes at ringside say Alec Price would be awesome.
Oh yeah. You know what? Yeah, I would totally love to wrestle Alec Price. I wrestled Alec Price in a Fatal 4-Way match and in a Scramble match a year ago or 2 years ago. No, Alec Price, yeah, definitely. You know what? And also, like, Kevin Tibbs and VSK. Those are guys I haven't got.
I was going to say, have you faced VSK? Because I would love to see you versus VSK.
Never faced
That
VSK, and I've never faced Kevin Tibbs.
now, have you faced Brother Greatness?
Nope. Damn, that's
I
another person.
I
That's another
would
person I
love to
want
see
to. I
that.
want to. I want to wrestle him so much. We've only been in scramble matches together.
No, there's a lot of wrestlers which I would love to see go 1-on-1 with you. So that again, that's a compliment from me. Just going to show how many superstars I would love you to face. Just goes to show how good you are in the ring.
Thank you.
If you were not good in the ring, I would say probably no one. I really don't care. But no, there's wrestlers I would love to see you face, and hopefully someday those will come true. Hopefully. All right, so we're gonna get back to trivia now. So this is a true or false question. Question 2. True or false? To win the New York State Championship, you used the Swanton Bomb to finish Eric. Your final move.
False.
That
I
is
don't know why
false.
I got stumped for a second. I don't know why.
I should have not said anything. I just want dudes at ringside asked, don't know if you do intergender because they would like to see you Becca Devine or LMK.
I'm not. I like intergender matches. I don't know if I would participate, but I don't know that my mind could change. But all three of them are great. I love them.
Yeah, I think. I think we might see that in the future.
Who knows?
Maybe. Maybe. Again, time will tell. That's like the quote of this episode. Time will tell. All right. This is question 3. You gotten 2 correct so far. This is the WWE question. I usually ask this in the 4th question, but I think the last 2 questions are harder than the WWE question. Here's question number 3. At WrestleMania 28, Daniel Bryan faced Sheamus for the World Heavyweight Championship. How many seconds was the match?
Ooh. Damn, that's a good one. Was it 6?
Is that I'll say this. Is this your final answer?
Yeah.
Final answer is 6. That is incorrect.
Was it 13?
It was 18. 18
damn.
seconds.
Damn, that's crazy.
Don't worry. You were 2 for 3. You can still get 4 for 5. There's been wrestlers who've gotten 4 or 5, and they've gotten, I think they usually stumble on the last question, but you stumble on the 3rd question. Hopefully that's the only one that you stumble on. The last 2 questions are about you, so I think you'll have a better vision of it. Question number 4. For when you were the notorious Dezmond Cole, you used a theme song called Comfortable Liar by Chevelle. What other wrestler, or I should say, who else uses Chevelle for their theme song? That is correct. VSK. He uses Anti-Saint by Chevelle. That is correct. You are 3 for 4. Going for 4 for 5. Alright. Usually for the 5th question, I ask, who did you face in the past? So try to remember who you faced in the past. King of New York 2020. Who did you face?
Who did I face, like, on that show?
Yes. King of New York.
Collins.
Is that your final answer? The King of New York 2020.
Can I change my answer?
As long as you don't say that what your final answer is, you can change your answer.
My final answer is J Delta.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You are Correct. It was J
right.
Delta. Great
Yeah.
switch. That was
All right,
Yeah. I literally thought last minute. I was like, wait a minute.
All right. That is 4 for 5. That is.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed. You only got the WWE question wrong. You knew
Which I'm mad about because I remember that when that happened. So
you are 4 for 5. You are 4 for 5 along with Dr. Cool J Clang. I believe Phil Cardigan? Did Phil? I think Phil got 4. I know you beat Johnny Collins. He got 3.
oh damn.
So you beat him once at something.
Wow.
Maybe you'll go. Maybe well, so far you're 2 for 1. You said you lost in a tag team match with against Collins, and then you lost singles.
Damn, wait a minute. I
against
just
Collins.
realized I've lost 3 times to Collins.
When was the 3rd time?
It was a tag match where he got knocked down and landed on me.
So but now you're 3 for 1. So
Yeah.
at least you beat him at something.
Yeah. Well, we'll change that soon.
We could change it to 3 in September. 3 for 2. 3-2-2.
Yeah.
All right, Des. I want to say thank you for coming on to this episode, for joining
you,
me
Ryan.
today for this episode of Dusting Off the Ropes. Great episode. Thank you to those in the live chat for tuning in. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties. It is technology's fault. It's not Dezmond's fault. It's not anybody's fault. It's just technology. It's technology these days. So yes, make sure to buy your tickets for Victory Pro Wrestling Showdown in St. James in September, where Dezmond Cole will defend his Victory Pro Wrestling New York State Championship against Johnny Pretty Boy Collins. Earlier in the episode, Dezmond Cole, he had some words for Johnny Collins. If you want to rewatch what he said, go back in the episode. And if you want to see any other episodes of Dusting Off the Ropes, I have made a playlist of all the other episodes. So if you want to watch a specific one, you can look in the playlist. Or if you want to watch all of them and just have a marathon of Dusting Off the Ropes, you can watch those. So thank you again. This is Ryan Dust. This is my guest, the big... Should I do it again?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. This is my guest, the big... Boofa! Dezmond Cole, the New York State Champion of Victory Pro Wrestling. And I'll see you next time on Dusting Off the Ropes.